Hey everybody. I can't really wish you all a happy Passover because I think I'm the only one that celebrates it. So happy Easter. As promised, this is my vlog rant. Utterly inconsequential to anything except my own literary peace of mind. I'm trying to figure out how to work Shakespearean dialogue into my prose, which is a whole nother headache, has got me thinking about writing and the quality of writing that I admire and the quality of writing that I don't. And really, that can be summed up in 2 words. Philippa Gregory. I hate this bitch! As anybody knows who's set foot inside a bookstore or read the back blurb of any historical fiction novel published within the last 10 years, Philippa Gregory has become the self-anointed patron saint of historical fiction. This is bullshit. Her historical fiction sucks. She gets all the details wrong. Go down a list of details for any one of her books, she'll get them wrong. Did you know that Anne Boleyn was in fact the older and sexually jaded sister of the Boleyn girls? But I thought King Francis I of France called Mary Boleyn his English mare, because she was his mistress, and he rode her like a horse all night long. Nope, doesn't mean anything. Mary was clearly young and innocent and blonde and good and everything that is heavenly and holy. Anne was a jaded harlot. Never mind that the historical record disproves that. Also, did you know that Catherine of Aragon slept with Prince Arthur? You know, the one who she never slept with. This is an extremely moral, upright woman. You know, she believes what she says. Her whole shtick is that she does the right thing. This is Catherine of Aragon. She doesn't lie. Yet her entire existence as Queen of England to Henry VIII is apparently built around a lie. 'Cause Philippa Gregory says so. It must be true. Elizabeth Woodville, Queen of Edward IV during the Wars of the Roses, accused of being a witch by her detractors, of whom she had a lot because nobody really liked her because she was kind of a bitch. Gregory, of course, interprets this to mean that she is descended from Melusine, the French sorceress mermaid, and has powers the like of which an ordinary mortal can only dream. Seriously, why do people buy this bullshit? Anne and George Boleyn also fucked. Did you know? Practically all modern scholarship has vindicated Anne because Henry needed to get rid of her. It was convenient. It was wildly convenient to paint her as this jaded harlot who, you know, slept with her own brother for kicks. The other thing that I just hate about her writing was that it opened the door to scads, legions, forevers of writers who think that historical fiction needs to be softcore porn. It doesn't, okay? It just doesn't. I've read so many excellent historical fiction novels where sex is barely there. I mean, have you guys heard of Girl with a Pearl Earring? That whole book runs on tension. Unfulfilled, never acted upon tension. The one moment where it gets close is when she's crying and he sees her with her hair down and he wipes a tear from her cheek. I can't breathe when I read that scene. It is so exquisite. It says everything. That is where historical fiction has the power to go. That's where any fiction has the power to go. It does not need to be porn, okay? I don't need to know how big Henry VIII's dong is. I don't want to know how big Henry VIII's dong is. I want interesting relationships, not page after page after page of fucking. Okay? Can we do that? Thank you. She's also a super repetitive writer. The book that brought her fame, initially, was written in 1987, the first of a trilogy called the Whiteacre Trilogy, the first one originally named Whiteacre. We will talk about Whiteacre later in the rant. The heroine of Whiteacre is named Beatrice Lacey. Every time Beatrice sees a guy she'd like to do, you know what happens? Her eyes get dark with desire. Every time. Every time! The first time, it's a really evocative detail. I liked it the first time. I went for it. I was like, sweet, this is gonna be hot! The 6th time, with the 3rd guy, I was just like, fuck this! She gets horny, okay? She gets horny. Her eyes get dark. We know by now. You ruined the detail. You ruined it retroactively and forever because now I can never, ever read that phrase without thinking of you and your crappy book and your fucked up heroine. Thanks for that! Beatrice's catchphrase is, "We are the Lacys of Whiteacre," which means jack shit because the Lacys of Whiteacre are nothing. They are fictional. And if they were a family that I was at all interested in or invested in, you know, I might care. It might be an interesting catchphrase, but that family is so fucked up, again, we'll get into this later, that I don't care. I don't care. So you're the Lacys of Whiteacre. Good for you. Stop telling me you're the Lacys of Whiteacre. I got it the first 1,000 times. I read this book when I was, I don't know, 15, 16. Sex galore, of course, which, you know, 15, 16, I was more okay with that then than I am now. I was a teenager, give me a break. I also read Wuthering Heights when I was about that age. Nightmare fuel, freaked out, especially at the end when Heathcliff dies, and it's just so creepy because he dies with his eyes open, and like Kathy probably sneaked in and stole his soul, and it's like, ah, I'm never gonna sleep again. Well, I reread Wuthering Heights about a month ago. I'm going to list a couple major plot points. Rebellious, unsympathetic heroine. Gypsy antihero. Blonde, well-born love rival. Innocent female foil who falls in love with an idea. The landscape is character. Evil never prospers. The heroine and the antihero are together in death. You guys, I just described the plot of Whiteacre. And everybody knows that's the plot of Wuthering Heights. That is how Wuthering Heights goes. Kathy, Heathcliff, Linton, Isabella. The estate of Wuthering Heights. The moral and the death scene. That's it.